Hi everyone, it is Laurie here from Family Law Services Online. I'm back with another quick video and I wanted to talk a little bit more about communication. So I know that I sent out recently a video on the communication method that I like to use called KISS, so keeping it short, simple and sweet. But going on from that a little bit further is, I suppose, the essence of communication from a co-parenting perspective. When you are in the midst of co-parenting and there's an issue that is, I suppose, causing you some concern, which is why you're instigating that communication in the first place, it's very easy to get emotive about it. And when I say emotive, you start to use language such as, why am I always the one? Or why do you never? Or I've told you time and time again, or we've spoken about this before. And it's all, there's always an inference that the other person is below you or beneath you in the language that's being used. Whether that's your intended purpose or not is another thing. Which is where that KISS communication method comes into play, because if you're using that method, you're not going to be doing that, because by keeping it short, you've got to stick to the facts, right? So the facts is, this is what happened. Keeping it simple, so being very basic, there's no fluff around it. This is the event, this is what happened. And you're keeping it sweet, so you're keeping it respectful. But what I also see happen is that you pose a question, why do you never, or why did this happen, or what happened from your, can you tell me what you think happened or what occurred? Because this is what our child's saying. And what I want you to think about is, when you're asking that question, when you're asking for a response from the other parent, if they come back to you with anything but an agreement on what you said, like, you said I was a bad parent, yep, completely, I'm the worst parent in the world. Or, little Johnny said this happened, yep, I put my hand up, that happened. 9 times out of 10, that doesn't, right? 9 times out of 10, the other parent doesn't agree with what you've said. So if they're to come back and say that they don't agree, that this, something different happened from their perspective, or, is that going to be acceptable to you? Are you going to be happy to accept the answer that they've given you? Or is it going to be more cause for conflict? And then you end up in a he said, she said, well, I don't believe you because, our child would never lie. There needs to be an understanding that if you ask the question and you get a response that doesn't actually agree with the information you were provided, you either accept that as the response, you agree to disagree, but you don't use that as fuel for more conflict. It's very, very easy to do. And it happens so many times. But what happens is that when you do that, you just end up on this hamster wheel and you just go round and around and around and around, because no matter what they say, it's not going to be good enough for you. So you have to be able to give yourself an out, because going around on that hamster wheel is also no good. And we'll talk about the hamster wheel in another video. But be prepared when you're asking a question. Have your exit strategy already worked out. be prepared that they don't agree with you, because very rarely do they agree with you, I should say. So have your exit strategy for that conversation already in place. I hope you find that helpful. Like always, remember, the choice is yours. Make today the very best it can be, and I will see you next time. Bye.